Welcome to Black City.
Yeah, it's a bit of both. Something you can kick back to listen to.
Resemblance.
That's me looking like that. That's cold, yeah.
Your name is a dude now, not dude.
Grandma got swagger, yeah. That's one thing you gotta know, man. You know what I mean?
His name is
Where
a
we get
dude
it
now.
from? Get out of here.
Your name is a dude.
Get out of here, y'all. Get out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Black City, man. You know what it is. And we got...
I can see your feet.
Wait, we gotta hide this shit. Is this a roast game? We don't start... I can't.
Kobe said, there's a lot
That's
going
all right.
on.
That's all right. Let Kobe vibe. Let Kobe go away. You need...
Let Kobe vibe and go away. What the hell?
No, because you're throwing rocks. That's what I'm sitting there. Like, you talking about my toes and shit. Huh?
Who?
Yeah.
Telling who?
Telling the people outside. The people outside. That's why.
Yeah, boom,
You don't put me in the show like this, man. Yeah. Why are you looking so good anyway? Where you coming from? Where you coming from, y'all?
Somewhere.
Hold on. Where, y'all? Where are you coming from? Was it like, was it a date?
Yep.
Was it
Date night.
what was it? Was it
Mysterious
like
man.
a pot? Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Tell us. Tell us.
If it's mysterious, it cannot be told.
You know, people really want to know about your love life.
Ooh, I know.
I swear to God, people really want to know. That. Y'all want to know. Y'all want to know about our love. People want to know what your love life, Mary.
Once it's out, it's gonna be ruined.
What?
You know, once you hit the light, that's it.
So, what's the questions that come with it right now?
Question.
Like everybody in your DM, what they saying?
Question mark.
Saying, who you
Who am I
saying?
see?
Is that what they're saying?
Not really.
Hey, what's
But a lot of people are shooting their shots.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Damn. What's
Very
the
thirsty.
what is the most let's talk about like the corniest pickup line that you have right now in your DMs.
Oh, damn. I don't even know which one. Well, they just come and go. So I don't put anything else. There was this funny one, but I can't remember. Yeah, it was
What?
crazy though. It was so funny.
You pull up and say what?
I can't
It's your
remember.
eyes.
There was something, but I can't remember. Anyways. Change of story.
That's why. Because I know you girls' DMs be full as fuck.
It's always full.
Bad.
But the people that we want, we're chasing after the wrong people.
Why?
You know, it's like there will be this guy that will chase after us, but we don't want him. We're chasing somebody else, and that person is chasing somebody else. So it's like a train.
That's why. What?
Catch me if you can.
Like, it's like a circle, a
Tom and
cycle of
Jerry.
life. What? But how do you know that person is chasing somebody?
Huh?
Like, I don't get it.
No, you just go with how you feel. Anyways, hi, angels. It's your girl, Mary Barack, Mother of 3. We forgot about the introduction.
That I introduced as bad because the combo was getting dope, you know.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I always want to come to this podcast, but we've just been busy.
I swear to God.
Yeah.
I know.
So tonight I'm just like, you know what? Let's do this.
It's hard. Being married, mother of 3. God damn it, man.
Yeah.
Just that alone itself.
Like we were talking about chasing people, yeah? You've been chasing me for a minute.
That's the thing because I know you got everybody chasing your ass.
Somebody's chasing somebody.
But how do girls pick though? Like,
I don't know. It's
What-
just there's something that will just like connect with the woman, you know? Whatever a guy is doing, this and this, there might be like the ugly one might end up winning because his personality is more beautiful than the beautiful
goddamn.
guy.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So personalities now, okay. Make sure you got a
Personalities.
personality
Like,
that's
yeah,
100
pretty
if you're
much.
ugly
You
person.
know, like let's say there's heaps of guys in the room,
Yeah.
and then you put a woman there. Obviously, she'll pick straight away the good looking one.
Yeah.
And then once
It's always about the looks. It's always about the looks
it goes
first.
by the look. But then when you go deeper, you're like, this look does not match this personality. You know what I mean? So the funniest guy in the room is probably the ugliest one. And he
Don't
will
put
end
yourself
up-
in categories right now, fellas. You the ugly one? Are you the funny one?
he will end up making his way to that woman's life without even knowing. You know,
Well, without her even knowing?
Without
oh,
him
without
even
him even
knowing.
knowing. Yeah.
but he knows he's funny. You know,
Maybe that's his way of shooting his shot differently. You know what I mean?
It's probably different to all of them because the
And
other
then-
ones
and
think
then-
they're good looking. Yeah, I can get this woman anytime I want. You know, but their personality is ugly.
Yep.
So you gotta have both the outside and the inside, very much.
But what is it that I always want to know this? Like, you know, when every woman has a different type. You know what I mean? It's like,
I don't know. It's different for every woman.
why do they like? Why do a lot of y'all like bad guys though?
Oof.
And when, like, even now that sometimes I'm like, what is a bad what's a
We want
bad guy?
We want a bad and a good
Yeah.
guy at the same time. It's crazy. It's like bad guys. It's like we're
Explain the
already-
bad and explain the good. Actually,
the bad part, like you already been through all those like rough moments. You're tough, you know. You've been through that tough moments.
it's gonna be that OG type.
You know what you're doing, you know. And after you skip that part, you already have that bad in you. You know, it can come anytime. You know, but the good one, like it's boring.
So good is boring. Jesus
I don't
Christ.
know. Some people might explain it differently. You know.
But you know how many people like. But that's the thing though. Like, why do oh girls say that? Like, good is boring, but yet they're always like
They want good.
they want good.
The one good, like there's this mugshot that recently has been going viral about this criminal. This criminal, he's good looking and he's got like this really good mugshot, yeah. And you should see the comments where going crazy. Women are just throwing themselves out there and stuff, you know.
So nowadays, being a criminal ain't even that bad anymore as long as you're good looking.
Yeah, man, as long as you're good looking. That's like the second time mugshot have gone viral. You know, last time the other guy, he went to jail and came back and became a model.
Was
Straight
that? I
after.
think I seen that. That was that dude.
Yeah.
He had like no hair almost,
No hair,
like blue
yeah,
eyes or
like-
some crap and
Yeah,
shit.
something like that. And the pose was crazy, man.
What's up with girls and blue eyes? well, I'm not gonna say like. Well, do black girls like? What? Yeah, what is it?
I don't know about black girls,
Hey,
but
I actually want to know that.
just go with whatever.
Yo, just cause you know what it is. Like you talk to a white girl, she was like blue eyes, like oh my god, it's different.
Say less.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Talk to a black girl, she like, is she black with blue eyes? I'm like, it's hard to find a nigga with blue eyes.
Yeah, it's very hard.
You know what I mean? But now I see his contacts. Yeah, I'm like, I've been fooled all this time, bro. I'm like, you rare motherfuckers, y'all getting all the bitches.
It's like, oh shit. They like blue eyes. Okay, say less.
Wow.
You know, you come back with different contacts. Anything is possible, man.
Bad.
Anything is possible. Oh man.
So how's life with you? How's life is like being a
life is there.
motherhood?
Life is just there, 50-50. There's days it'll be better. There's days it just drags you down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What goes on through the bad days? Like,
Ooh, a lot. There's heaps. Bad days, it goes slowly.
but
You know,
what is it like?
bad days is pretty much like with kids. All of them are different. You know, you can have about 5 kids and all of them are different. Even twins, you will know one of them is different. The other one is different than the other one. They're not fully the same.
Only you can tell as a
And
mother.
they'll wake up differently every day. There's chaos, you know. So they'll tick you off completely, but in the end of the day, you still love them.
Damn.
You know,
Hey,
continue.
I know like this person, but how old were you when you first became a mother?
How old was I?
Yeah, like when you had your first child.
I think I was 21 or 20.
Wow. That's
so.
that's the MILF there, ladies and gentlemen.
What kind of producer is this?
Hey, you know, I'm advertising too at the same time. Hey, you gotta looking for like model, like for real. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we produce them all here.
Or produce them like in the backyard or something. You gotta farm in the backyard.
Well, you know, we gotta go hunting first. You know what I mean? To bring them in. Yeah. But the first time, like, how was it? Like, what? You know, I'm trying to go into like, you know what I mean? Like before I get into the whole actually system, I'm going to that first time when it was kicking. And I'm like, holy snap. How the hell? Dude, I didn't know roaches could fly. That's cold.
They're harmless. Are you scared of roaches?
I'm surprised you didn't jump up like most freaking people. I'm the one that jump out like, no, Nina, get that shit. But like, how was it? Like, what, like, for you, you know what I mean? The first time was like the first, you know what I mean? You know that.
Well, being in a Sudanese household is more terrifying than the actual pregnancy itself, you know?
Damn.
Because like
so much pressure.
Let's say like your parents will keep you in the house all the time, and then next minute when you're older, they'll be like, when are you getting married? You know, like Mugabe said, you keep your kids inside, you expect them to download their husband.
Yeah, download the husband.
Yeah, for real. Like, how you expect them to find somebody? Next minute, you're pressuring them. Like, when are you getting married? You know.
I wonder what they see though when they pressure you. Like when they're pressuring like the youngins.
Cows.
What is
they
it?
See money.
Cows, money. Yeah. That's what I thought at first. You know what I mean? But I was like, I didn't want to be like.
But
like,
I don't know. I think it's something like just to hand over. You know, so they can stop being responsible of you or something.
True that.
Yeah. And I think like with most mothers, they want their sons to get married because that woman, it will be their responsibility, not hers. You know.
Yeah, we'll take care of their responsibility now, and that makes it. Well, I guess it make. See now, that's why like a lot of y'all be like, man, we got kids. You know what I mean? We got like our husband is like we you know it's like having another child in the house. Is it really like that?
I don't know. Like it's different.
A lot of women say that shit. Like,
it depends.
really?
It depends how the guy is raised. You know, most of the time, like with Sudanese household, they like to focus more on girls than the sons.
Oh, like every little mistake, whatever
every little
it
thing.
is.
Yeah, they tell them how
y'all.
to do things, this and this. You know, do the chores, while the son on the other side is just going to do whatever he gotta do. You know, they will let them go out anytime. You know, they don't let them do chores. They don't let them cook this and this. You know, all of that.
All right, even though they don't, you know, it's not put down for them to do that.
Yeah.
But isn't that like just in a man, like when you're in a relationship to like take that part sometimes and like.
Yeah, but if they're not raised into that environment, they won't adapt into it. Like the one, like my mom did not teach me this. Why would I come and do it here? You know.
Damn, you're actually kind of right about that because it is like I almost felt the same way. Like you know, we've been raised in that environment where it's like just our mother look after, you know, like the women look after us and shit. No matter where it goes, like you know, the women cook.
Definitely.
You know, what I mean, they do this, they do that. They pretty much do everything in the household of the house.
But they don't think of the part like what if my son ended up getting kicked out later on by the wife? How would he go and survive by himself? Or if he leaves the house early, wants to move out and go stay with friends, how is he going to take care of himself? You know, in the end of the day, it's not about the wife doing everything. It's about yourself, you know.
True that.
And every day with my kids, when they wake up, I just tell them, do what you got to do every morning. Brush your teeth, you know, change your pajamas, this and this every day, you know. But I still have to repeat myself. You know, so I'm like, how long is this going to go for? You know? But I tell them, at the end of the day, this is not for me, it's for you.
It's for you.
You know, I might not be here tomorrow. But you already know what to do. You know, you already wake up. You know what to do, this and this. You know, like washing the dishes, like keeping the place clean and all of that. It's all for you.
Damn. How old do they have to start before they do that? I sure know
Once you start saying, Mama, you're good to wash them.
Because I think like black girls and like white little girls are totally different.
It's way different, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
It's they call it
like,
abuse, but me, growing up now, I find it is just too helpful, you know?
At what age did you have to pull up to do that? Like you think like. So it's like as soon as you're like 6 years old.
You know when they're ready. You will know your kids once they're growing up. So you will
It's like
know
as soon
when
as you
they're
can
ready.
walk, as soon as you can say a few words, as soon as you can move your hands.
The minute you start saying Baba, you start bringing the shoes, the thongs, you know.
That's when first you get the sweep. Jolly. That's wild.
You
But
know,
at
all
least
of that.
but that's crazy though, because they at least you know what I mean. They grow up a lot.
Yeah, it's actually helpful because once they're grown later on, they'll be lazy to adapt into that kind of environment. Like, do this. No, I don't want to. And once they hit the teenage lifestyle, nah, nobody wants to do it. The hormones will be everywhere. And at that time, you're trying to fight those demons and stuff. Nobody's ready.
Damn.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, because I always say, like, for me, I'm like, having that talk with your kids, you know what I mean? It's like that talk. I'm like,
Yeah,
don't they have that now, like, at school? Find that, like, the most, like, uncomfortable talk.
but it's different at school though. It's gotta come from you.
Yeah. But how different is it now for this generation parents, though? You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about, like, us.
Yeah, it's
compared to,
very-
like, our parents trying to talk
it's
to
very
us about, like,
different.
sex life and things like
Yeah,
that. Like,
it's like we have broken that, you know,
barrier.
that awkwardness and the barrier around that, you know,
Yeah.
because like
That's wild.
everything is messed up.
It's like we're comfortable now. We're like, all right, listen to your kid. All right, sex, it happens. All right, but listen.
But listen, he can protect it.
Yeah, that's shit. How old do you reckon? Like, you know what I mean? Like at the age of like 15, 16.
I guess you will start seeing through their behaviors and stuff. Yeah.
But you know what's so crazy though?
Yeah.
Actually, like kids, like as much sometimes like we try to see their behavior, but it's like they come so innocent where we get used to their innocence.
Yeah, but
You
that's
know
the
what I
part.
mean? But that's the motherly part.
That's the part.
motherly
You know,
instinct.
that's the part my mom told me. Like, do not talk about someone else's daughter if you have your own. You know, because you think yours is so innocent, and that's the one that's gonna shock you the most.
Yep.
They drop that bombshell, you're out.
I'm sure a lot of them are figure that shit out now.
And do not have favorites as well. They will get to a point that they're gonna start asking.
But you know you do have favorites.
No, I don't.
I swear, man.
I don't.
Well, of course you're not gonna say that.
No, not
Because
for
they're
real.
gonna watch this.
For real, I don't.
Okay,
I don't
like
have
it, fair
favorites.
enough.
You can tell if you say you have favorites, you can tell how you treat them. You know,
Right.
it will show.
So you like
the way
all
you treat
equal.
them.
You get your
Yeah, all
shit.
equal.
Yeah, one
You
for
know?
all for one.
And it will get to a point that they'll ask you, "Who's your favorite?" Don't fall into that.
They
trap.
ask you that?
Don't fall into that trap.
I'm like,
I say all of you,
I'm like,
all of you.
Hey. Whoever makes it out of universe is my favorite. All right,
Ow! When they're different age and they're not triplets.
all right. Who would get A's in year 12?
There's no point of
It's hard,
tricking-
Like you just gotta do it.
There's no point of tricking them into that.
That's wild. So what's a daily routine like? Literally, like
Daily routine is
'Cause- think about it. This is how I literally had to, you know, for y'all, I would tell this, like, I had to try to get into a mindset of, like, how you women really, like, a mother, single mother do this shit. You know,
Yeah.
I'm a person that hate mornings. So I'm like, I'm sure there's a lot of women that hate morning, but, you know,
we
things
hate-
change.
yeah. Once that baby comes,
So
just
now
pray
you gotta,
they don't cry a lot.
so every day you gotta wake up pretty much the same time. It's like a
Same
routine.
Your
Every
body
single
get
day.
used to it too. Yeah.
So it's like
But-
going to work.
Go
It's like going to work every
get
single
them
day
ready.
until they kicked out of your house, pretty much until they're 18, whatever.
Yeah.
Which one comes first?
Definitely.
But now in our culture, you know, it is when they get married, that's when they can move out.
That's when
which
they-
that's bullshit here.
Yeah. But I would love my kids to be at home.
Yeah.
Like, as long as you do your own thing, you know what to do, you know what time to come home, this and this. You have your freedom, but you just have to use it wisely. Because in the end of the day, I know that feeling of being kept inside all the time, asking your parents this, they say no. Can I go here with my friends? No. Everything was just a no, to the point that you're gonna start lying, you know, to live your life.
Yeah, so how is it now, like with you with them, since you got all the no's going up with that?
There's some noise, but they're they get to a point that they say like, mom says no, no all the time, but they don't understand
You
because
don't understand why.
you can't keep saying yes, otherwise they'll start growing horns.
Yeah.
But like, yes, they're throwing tantrums. All right, my mom said no today. I gotta throw tantrums because she never does. You know, so it's best.
But you understand now, like what your mama used to do and you, where you like, oh, that makes sense now.
You know, when you're young, yeah, but when you're a bit older, you
Yeah.
have to understand, like, yeah, we gotta live our life too, you know. And that's why when I got out there, I didn't even know what to do, you know, cause straight pregnancy, damn, yeah. That
So
was
you
it.
haven't like, so
Haven't lived life.
you got out, you haven't lived life.
Haven't lived
Straight
life.
into motherhood. Straight into motherhood.
Yeah, straight to motherhood.
3 kids. And
But you can always live it afterwards.
yeah, well, straight up. You know what I mean?
Alright.
Straight. Well, you know what? Sometimes it's what I say is like every time is, you know, when the people say there's no right time.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
definitely.
it's the right time whenever it is. You know what I mean?
Whenever it is and
It's
how
the right
it's planned.
time. Exactly. You
Yep.
know what I mean? God has that vision. God has that plan. So it's just like how you embrace it, because it's,
Yeah,
you know, it happens. Like you can't look back now and be like, fuck, complain with it for the rest of our lives. Like
yeah.
I sit there and think about cooking, but I'm like, man, I have to do this shit till the day I die, no matter what.
Hey, just don't think ahead though.
Yeah. You know, even like
That's
cleaning
gonna drive you
chores, even
crazy.
anything, I'm like, I have to do this till the day I die, no matter what. Even if I hate it today, I got to do it tomorrow.
That would drag you down.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm like, just do it with
That would
excitement.
drag you.
Yeah.
Excitement. Wait till you have kids. It will be
I figured a way to do chores.
it will be full on.
I figured a way to do chores. Open a bottle of Henny. Hey, put on some music and do chores. Think about it. You know what I mean? It's like you dancing to doing chores.
It works with music. It works.
Yeah.
You finish it so quickly.
But
Yeah.
when the kids start yelling like,
Here we go.
turn this shit down. How
Nah,
often
they
do you
normally
hear that?
vibe into music too, so it gets really good.
Cause they got the vibe from their mama. Like,
We was vibing.
like who doesn't know you to be a viber? Like, I'm talking about, hold on, even TikTok. Like, Jesus Christ. Like,
All about the place, damn.
everywhere I go, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be pulling out with you and that and be like, yo, Mary Mother of 3 TikTok. Just, like
Guys,
soccer
I'm
tournament
here
here.
too.
Like, yeah. I'm like, fuck. Shit, I thought they knew me around here. I'm like, damn. Like, Mary, you taking the throne? Like, what the hell? But what is that like? Like, what is that like for a bit sometimes?
I'm not used to it, you know, because I hardly go into like crowded places.
And then when they
Most
just
of the
come up out
time,
of nowhere.
just- yeah, so you don't even know how to act, you know.
But it's like,
It's like I'm just normal. I'm just out there to have fun, like you
he's
guys.
like, hey. Oh, yeah, that's me.
You know? Yeah, that's it. Very much, very awkward.
No, but it's what they say though. You know what I mean? Like they came out like what you do, Mary. It's like you uplift people through your shit. Like the shit, the things that you put on TikTok is like everyday life. It's
Yeah.
like people that say they don't know you just need to go on your TikTok
Yeah, very
and they'll be
much.
like, yeah, well, I guess I got to know half of her right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like you have a way of expressing everything that you do in life. You know what I mean? From like cooking, hanging with the kids, to this, to dog, like every single thing.
Yeah,
And shit,
that's
like, you know what I mean? Like
basically-
every day. And
that's
it's
basically
like,
life.
that's what people need, because everybody live that fake bull crap. You know what I mean? It's like people wait for the right light. You know what I mean? The right
Yeah.
moment.
It takes a lot of muscles though to be angry all the time. You know? So no, like I don't have time to like be. I can just be like with my kids now. I can be angry with them. Next minute we're laughing and stuff. You know. So for me to be in that kind of position, I actually like put myself as a child. You know, when it comes to that part. So how do children react when they do something wrong to their parents and you tell them this and this not right? You punish them. Next minute, don't know they were wrong. Next minute, 5 minutes later, they're coming and laugh with you and all that stuff. You know, they've let it go. You know,
Children don't hold grudges like
They just-
like adults. Yeah.
I know the people tell you grow up, but we don't need to grow up.
Give a kid a candy after that, you know what I mean? After you make them mad, they're crying, you give them a candy, they look at you like,
Yeah, definitely. You know.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah, I can't grow up. When people say grow up, I don't understand the
Grow up is
definition of
boring.
growing up. What is growing up when people say that?
I don't know. People are still making mistakes every day.
We actually want to know what. I think you know what I mean. Like growing up is like. This is how I look at
growing.
it. This is how I look at it. It's like they're telling us to grow up, to be like, when you're a certain age, right, and you feel like someone else is like enjoying life too much, or you know what I mean, they're seeing it like just look at life as brightly so much.
Yeah.
They seem to want to put you in their lane.
It gets to their nerves.
Like, yeah, everybody that's sitting there like, go fucking grow up. I'm sitting there like, what do they mean by grow up?
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I'm 35. You're 34. How? I don't know how.
I reckon those people that normally says that,
Eh.
there's a bit of strictness in their life. Maybe their spouse is telling them to behave like this, or their parents somewhere, you know, is not giving them that freedom of them being themselves,
But
you know? And most women, they want to be that good girl to find a good person, you know? And yet they complain.
That's fact.
Yet they complain if, let's say this bad girl gets married and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Just because they're being themselves and that man sees them as they are, you know? But you're here hiding behind a good girl. You don't want to express yourself and be you. How are
And
they
it's-
going to
and-
find out you?
Well, see, that's a problem with people.
Yeah.
Society wants everybody to be like the same.
In the same line. Yeah.
Same line. If you over 30, you gotta act like you gotta act like this
Very
certain
mature.
age group. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean, if you just turn 18, it's like, oh, okay, they just 18. You know what I mean? 21 is like, that's just accepted. You know what I mean? They like that's just legal, just around the world now. You know what I mean? Go do things and shit. You know what I mean? 25, they're sitting there asking, you know, what you doing with your life? You know what I mean? By 30, now everybody has you this. You gotta have, you gotta have your own house. You gotta have your own vehicle. You gotta have this blue collar type job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All the society start asking you, you know what I mean, all these questions. So what do you do? You know that question when they come up and shit. Everyone asks come that question and shit. So,
What do you do
so
so
what
I
did
can
you do?
jump into?
like, you know what I mean? Like, how often y'all get asked, people get
I
asked this
know.
question every single day, right?
Then what?
But then, how, you see people's, like, reactions. A lot of people are so ashamed of themselves. For some reason, I don't know why. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you don't need to be. But a lot of them are like so ashamed of themselves. Where they, like, you know, it's like, they take a deep breath like they didn't want to say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
I gotta
like,
say
shit, I'm
it
working in
now.
a warehouse right now. Like, you know what I mean? They just sitting there like, yeah. Some people like, nah, I make money. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, I find out a lot with like, niggas, especially. Like, homeboy niggas and shit, nigga. So now what you do with yourself? What you mean, nigga?
Get to that real quick.
Yeah, you see, like, I rap, I'm an art, like, I'm an artist, I'm an actor, you know what I mean? I'm a fucking, I'm this. Oh, I see that, like, no, like, you know what I mean? What's your profession? Like, what you do right now?
Yeah.
It's hard to, you know what I mean, to get that, you know what I mean? I'm sitting out here trying to look for a lawyer, for a doctor, for shit, but I'm like, where was that influence? Like, why are black people so not influenced to do these things?
I don't know.
When we need help, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the minute we're trying to work together, it's just somebody just comes and ruin everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
But anyways,
Hey, that all starts first, you know what I mean, at home and shit.
we try. Listen, people are actually working together and achieving things. Yeah. So it starts slowly.
But how do you believe that can come together? Like, how do you reckon we can make that come together?
I don't know. I can't speak for everybody.
I watch your TikTok and I'm like, yo, you know what? I swear, I'm like, I could do TikTok with this woman. Like, I'm like, we could do some dumb shit. Cause I was like, how does You know, I'm
One
like,
day.
you know, because this, I'm like,
You gotta adapt into that too.
yeah.
TikTok.
I'm like, well, I'm okay with it. Is this for someone else to hold a camera? I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. I'll do some dumb shit.
Hey, have you seen how people like this?
It's me holding my own camera and trying to do it on TikTok. It's like, I don't know. That's where I find out. I'm like, yo, can somebody just record me, dude?
Yeah, have you seen that some people actually take videos and go and edit it? That's the part that actually it just
That's a lot of work.
weighs me down.
That's a lot of work.
That's why I haven't been like posting on YouTube and stuff. And
You
on everywhere.
Well, you know, anyway, shit. That's why you stop anyway?
Editing. There's some videos actually that on my phone at the moment, but I just editing part. I just
It's a lot of work.
because you gotta go.
man.
You can have like you can video for like an hour, and then you're gonna have to go through those videos bit by bit. Because there's some parts that you obviously when you were shooting you didn't like it, so you have to go part and cut this. You know. Wow.
See,
yeah.
this is why I look at it now. It's like I just made up with it. Came with this one thing. It's like it is what it is. I say, like, hey,
Just put it there.
Usually,
Chuck it there.
Usually, I want to start bringing this culture of saying a prayer before we start the show.
That's good.
You know what I mean? Like I literally, I don't know. I've been thinking about it for a while. I don't know why we forgot today.
But that's good though. It's alright.
You know,
Yeah.
but yeah, because you know what I mean. It's like sometimes it's just what's there. Just you know what I mean. It's like it's more just fluid. You know what I mean? It's fluid.
Yeah.
You know,
Prayers
it's-
actually take people a long way.
It does. I wasn't, you know, a big person of really believing that. You know why?
Yeah.
Because, you know, the first time, like, back in the days, like, when I try to, like, I used to ask myself, like, what was my vision when I used to close my eyes? And, you know what I mean? Like, while I pray, like, growing up.
Yeah.
And all this came was just, like, I always seen that photo that we've been given, the photo of Jesus, for like pretty much my whole life. You know what I mean? Like always when I pray, and like, and you know that's why like for a long time like I just stopped like you know believing like going to church and doing all this you know what I mean? Where I felt like so many questions anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, why was that my vision every time like I'm trying to pray to God? It's like who am I praying to?
Yeah.
And then now, like, you know, as I get older, you know what I mean? Like, knowing, like, with all these freaking, the belief and, you know what I mean, my own thinking that it's like, praying now for me is a lot different now. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, you see it differently.
yeah, I see it differently than what it used to be. You know, like then it was just, you know, praying to just that one face that I close my eyes, and that's the fun face that I see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so I always ask people, I'm like, what do you envision when you close your eyes and pray? You know what I mean? Especially like even growing up. Was it that Jesus that was given to us? Because I'm like, because you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what do we think of? Is it just an emptiness? Is it, you know what I mean? Do you just look at blackness? Like, what do you try to envision in your, you know what I mean, as a face of who you're praying to? You know, that's a question I found myself like, damn, that's deep.
Me pretty much there's no photo or image of anybody when I'm
Like
praying.
now, like
you know.
all your life growing up.
Growing up as a child, obviously, like you'll believe, yeah, this is Jesus, the photo that you were showing, you know, this and this. But once you're older and wiser, like when I pray now, I feel like there's no image or anything, but I feel like I'm praying and believing in that prayer,
Yeah.
you know? Like, yeah, I know.
It's like you're not looking at face no more. It's like
Yeah, there's no face
There's a
or
bigger
anything.
picture than what it is. Like
it's within
yeah,
your
it's
heart
not-
and
yeah.
stuff, you know. And most prayers, like when it's better when a child is actually doing the prayer because it comes out with a pure heart, you know.
crazy.
And their answers actually their prayers get answered more than an adult, because in the end of the day, let's say an adult can pray, but their heart deep down is not into it, you know. They can pray just for the sake of praying, but a child actually puts all of it
What
into
they mean.
it. You know.
Wow. You know, that's you call me on something there because I'm just thinking like why mom always made me need to pray.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when they always choose, it's like, no, you gonna pray.
You gotta pray. Yeah, because
Like,
the child
you know
will
what I mean?
pray
It's
for
just
better
some
things,
things.
this and this, help my mom, help my family. Because children just pray for these little things, just whatever that's around them,
Yeah, we try
But
and pray
older
for that.
people want this, give me this, give me this, give me this. And once they're given that, they don't know what to do with it because they just want it. And sometimes it's for the sake of what other person's got.
That's crazy. 'Cause that's,
Yeah.
that's because, when I ask, like, that's wild. Because, like, when I ask God, like, when I talk to God,
Yeah.
oh, like, when I pray, like, I just ask him for strength. I ask him, like, give me strength, give me the power to be able to, do what the hell I gotta do. I feel like sitting there, like, yo, God, give me, $1 million, make me rich or whatsoever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I never asked that whatsoever. It's like, give me the strength to be able to lead my people. Give me the strength to be able to, you know what I mean? Help my people. Give me the strength to be able to do this.
Yeah.
And shit, give me the power, heal my freaking, like, I never asked for, like, yo, I need this.
Yeah.
That's crazy because
most of the time, people that ask for like, give me $1 million, this and this, they just
like
hungry.
When I buy a lottery ticket, I'm like, yeah, God is on you now. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't sit there and pray and be like, dear
they're
God,
hungry,
can you please let me win $1 million or give me $1 million? Like, Ali, who said that?
Yeah.
People actually do that?
I don't know.
I believe that.
Maybe.
That's crazy.
But yeah, like for you praying for strength, this and this to help your people, help each other and stuff. It has started. Look at the podcast that you're doing all the time.
Well,
you're putting messages out there. You don't know who is gonna reach, and that's the only way. Especially with our people, they hate being told physically, yeah, do this, do this. They get aggressive. They don't want anybody to lead them. And that's what I was telling my brother-in-law last time. Like our people, it's better if you're just putting video out there, the way you're living your life, the way you're putting everything. Somebody will go and see it. They're probably stuck somewhere,
Facts.
And when they see it, they'll be like, okay, I'm going to start doing my life this way. And along the way, they'll find ways of doing their own things. They don't have to do the same thing that you're doing. But it's like encouragement, yeah. It leads them to where they want to go. Because most people are stuck every single day,
That's wild,
Yeah.
Just every day, it's like, because even, we all are,
Everybody's
I'm stuck every
struggling,
day. Every day, I'm like, God, give me, teach me to be a better human being, you know what I mean? Like,
Definitely.
like, open my eyes to the greatest thing that you are putting right in front of me, you know what I mean? Time to, you know what I mean? Just slap me in the back of the head, you know what I mean? And do these freaking things. Like, and it's like, there was one thing that, my whole family told me, and it kind of hurt me because, it felt like this year's like I've been so selfish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, even my own family, really told me that, like, this year, you never give a care about nobody whatsoever, wouldn't know what. And like I had to really think about that, and I was like, that is so fucking deep because I said that shit at the start of the at the start of the year, at the start, like I kept saying that to myself, where it was just like, I kept because I always kept putting my energy on on everybody else but myself and every single thing, where it was just like, there's something that I just grabbed where I was like, no, this shit is just gonna be fucking about
draining,
you. You know what I mean? What can you need to just focus on like what you gonna freaking is, you know what I mean? The people, you know what I mean, the shit that you want around your life, you know what I mean, and all this kind of shit, you know what I mean? 2022 is just that year of just like this, and then all these freaking things just came with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like that selfishness, you know what I mean, it didn't really help me through all the shit that came with it. You know what I mean? That came at that time. You know what I mean? At a time where it's like, what the fuck this is, you know what I mean? It's like, as much as, you think it's like you can't do this shit on your own. You can't do this on your own. You need, life is not just about you. It's like when you walk out that freaking door, whatever the hell that you do, if I get locked up, if I get what, you know what I mean? I got people who rely on me. I got my dog, Kobe, you know, I got my sister, I gotta go to work, you know what I mean? I gotta pay the bills out here and shit, you know what I mean? I got my family, I got people, you know, friends, loved ones who care about me and shit, you know what I mean? It's like people are gonna be hurt. I'm gonna be, you know, putting a lot of people in, you know, some sort of freaking bad way and shit, you know what I mean? And it's just like, it's like all this is like something, you know what I mean? Like once you've lost it for a while and just being on your own, it's like, you know, you try to adapt and, you know, bring all this back in where it's like, no, you know what I mean? It's like you are surrounded by this for a freaking reason, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's like, you know, when we sit there and ask for God to give us answers and shit, you know what I mean? And then God is something, he's throwing answers, you know, he's throwing shit in our faces and we sitting there like, yo, nigga, where you at? And he's sitting there going, you stupid ass nigga, I'm just throwing, you know what I mean?
But he knows if you're not mentally ready, he won't answer it, you know?
And that's you know, and that's a fact, you know what I mean? That's the truth.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? And it's like, and sometimes we feel like, you know what I mean, it's like we're mentally, you know what I mean, there. But, you know what I mean, it's like there's always that freaking obstacles and shit that just come where you end up battling this freaking like mental freaking process where it's like, okay, should I get up with this hump again? We, you know, we back on the fuck, you know, we back on the track, we back on doing, you know, what we're supposed to do, you know. But, you know, I just always look at life and put in the fate of God, you know what I mean, like, as much as like sometimes you don't know where your life with it. You know,
have to believe in something. You know? Otherwise, you'll be empty.
It's true.
So, where are you gonna run to if you need help or talking to somebody? Because most of the time, we don't rely on humans. You know.
Yeah, that's why they're working on aliens and robots. We don't rely on humans. It's fucked up. You know, but that's what that society is trying to bring to us now, to be able to rely. You know what? You don't need that. All you need is ask Siri, and Siri be there for you. Like you know what I mean? And
so messy.
This is the society that was coming to.
So messy.
You know,
but we just leave the day as it is. You know, pray for the best. Because at the end of the day, like, I came to realize that you put a lot in people, but if everybody's okay, and then you turn back to you, you don't know what to do with yourself, you know, because you're busy helping other people, this and this, and then once it gets to you, like, what do I do from here?
know what it is,
you know? Yeah, so it hits you so hard. You're like, damn, so I'm living my life for others, not living my own life, you know?
But
it's messed up.
Cause all this ass, like, you know, it's like, so when I ask, like, you know, like, whoa, you know, what is like the purpose of living? Like, you know what I mean? Like the purpose of life.
Oxygen.
You know? Like,
you gotta breathe. Damn.
But no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, okay, you know, man, come, you know me, we go to work.
And water.
You know, we go to work, right? We, you know, we feed our family, we go home, we die. Right? You make kids, we go to the next.
Yeah.
But what is that purpose? Just to work? Raise
But
kids and go to the next?
we just leave as it is, you know? Like, most of the Caucasians I've came to realize with the I don't want to go there into colors and stuff, but we call them Caucasians, yeah? Yeah. So most of their lifestyle, I came to realize that they work, save their money, and travel. You know, once they've got their life settled, this and this, they travel pretty much, let's say, 3 times a year or something, you know, take days off from work and go travel, see the other side of the world, how it is, how people are living this and this. And they come back and actually appreciate life and know exactly what I have is much better than what other people's got, you know. And that's why most of the time traveling is actually so much better for humans' mentality.
But, so do you reckon, like, because you know how, like, now, like, I always say, like, a lot of us come out here.
Yeah.
And then we forget what we actually have here.
Yeah.
You know, and then we act all fucking spoiled.
Forget, yeah.
You know this. So I'm like, a lot of them came came in as a holiday, as a holiday. Had a bit of money, you know what I mean, experienced at work, went back. Do you think they would live a lot differently to how like a lot of them are just so stuck to just knowing this culture? Like, do you reckon like a lot of Africans, they went back home, lived at home for a while, and then came back here? Do you reckon like in that one they would see life a lot differently and actually,
think so.
See the way of life like a lot different than what it is right now? Like appreciate, because I feel like a lot of people don't appreciate life.
I think so. They will. At the end of the day, is it's something to do with growing up as well. Like because you might have gone back when you're younger and then come back. You're a bit wiser. Okay, you're more focused into details, this and this. So it's really up to you how you want to live your life, how you like, have you seen changes, how you gonna like live it is better than last time, this and this. What exactly you gonna change in this, because like with life you're gonna have to have goals for you to be able to work with it, but just don't like put the goals higher and then you're down here, because in the end of the day it's gonna keep going. You're gonna chasing it.
They say like don't exceed to your limit, but it's like damn, they say sky's the limit, right? So,
yeah, but the thing is like if you put the goals here and you're right here, that means it's far away from you. You gotta be the goal.
But let me tell you this, right? It's like this, like when you have like a lot of parents, right?
Yeah.
When they have their babies.
Yeah.
And not every parent has a fucking beautiful baby. You know what I mean? You get some ugly ass kids.
The ugly ones,
I'm
the
just
forced
saying,
marriage.
but when they sit there and tell their kid like, you can be anything that you want. You're gonna be a model. You're gonna be like, the one that fill their kids up with all this. You know what I mean? And then it's like, and the kids grow up in finding themselves in the other path of like, mama lied to me. Like, mama said I'm gonna be the model. And you know what I mean? And then, some girls sitting there like, who gave you that idea?
Oh,
you know what I mean? Because our parents will always be the one to create and give us this thing, And then now you have this kid that's gonna have people ruining their
that's a tough side to be on, because at the end of the day, as a mother, you cannot say you're this.
But as a mother, we can't lie to all our kids.
Hey, today's kids will be like, you're the one that gave birth to me. That means you're ugly too.
We can't lie to our kids though. Like today's parents, a lot of them be lying to the kids.
Ooh, that's the part, the Santa part. How they say like, oh, this gifts come from Santa, Christmas, this and this. I tell my kids straight up, this is from your mom.
Y'all take notes with this shit, matter of fact, y'all. Y'all people that still talk about Santa Claus.
Yeah, so they can appreciate it more. Coming from Santa, they'll be writing all this list up, this and this and this. And then next minute,
what did you write to Santa back in your times?
Well, I didn't really write anything.
Okay, continue your story. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I tell them straight up, but if they go read it at school, I'm not a part of it, you know what I mean? I tell them, at the end of the day, there are kids that they don't even have parents, and when they write a letter to Santa, Santa might not reply, so they'll feel like, what, I'm not good enough for Santa, or this and this, I don't think it's a good idea. Yeah. I mean, there's other kids got two parents.
Santa's not a black culture, so we don't have a black Santa.
Yeah, but there's some people that are actually doing it, so it's just for.
I think you're right. Like, I think, honestly, we might get a lot of, backlash from this black.
What?
We're not trying, well, I guess, African parents, we, black parents, I mean, we know Santa don't exist. We tell the kids, hey, yo, I'm Santa Claus, I'm Easter Bunny, I'm this, I'm that, what I mean? Because we know where the money's coming from. We ain't gonna tell we don't want lettuce. We don't want lettuce to Santa Claus and that, because we know that, we lying to them, and that's why they get mad at us, because Santa didn't reply to them, and you know what I mean? It's like,
if I work hard for this, I gotta let my kids know where it's coming from so they can appreciate it.
That's it.
And if there's nothing next time, they'll understand, mom did not make enough for this and this, It's for them to grow up knowing like, we cannot get everything that we want.
That's how that's how they end up appreciating life.
Exactly.
Don't be spoiled little bit like, Santa didn't give me my ring a dang thing last Christmas.
I was just sitting, I was just like, wow. But yeah, everybody raised you like their kids differently.
When did you tell them that Santa didn't exist?
Since the beginning, when they
damn,
come
you
from
was straight up
school,
like, hey. You can listen now.
hold your horses.
Mm-hmm. As soon as you start saying Santa do not exist. Yeah.
Santa's not real.
And like you put them down like tree, Santa.
It's so annoying because at school they just put it in their heads, this and this. They come home to the point that they're trying to fight those feelings, you know. I just tell them, no, it doesn't work like that. But this person no, I said, those people have two parents. You're working with one over here.
That's the educational system that's trying to mess the parents and all that stuff in their head.
You know, it gets like, imagine having 3 kids. I like when it gets to Christmas, I want them to know that I want them to have some gifts and stuff. So I tell them, all right, just three stuff. Put 3 stuffs on the list of what you want, this and this, or 4. It depends what I can afford, you know. And they write them down. At the end of the day, it gets delivered. You know, and I write straight up from mom, so they will appreciate it. And when they open their gifts, their faces that they get this and this. I mean, you don't want to give credit to damn Santa.
Nah.
That does not exist. Who are they going to be hugging after opening those presents?
God,
where's Santa?
He didn't drink our milk and cookies. I remember mom used to make us make that milk and cookies, man. Like we got played for a little while.
We can't just jump and adapt, like just jump into things. Like, what's the story behind all of this, anyways? If we
it's money,
go deeply,
business.
If we go deeply, like, how did this whole thing begin, anyways? You know,
somebody thought like
somebody into it instead of just jumping into it.
Let me actually tell you, because actually I think that we end up talking about this, right?
Yeah.
Remember the three wise men that put up?
Yeah.
Remember how because this is all in the Bible. This is where it all comes out now.
They pull up,
They pull up.
Yeah.
When they pull up with all this gold and all this thingy for the.
Oh, that's
remember that
expensive gifts.
Oh, hold on, that's the baby shower. I'm actually tripping. That's how baby shower came in.
That's Christmas.
That's how baby shower. Well, and the same thing. I guess now everybody's giving presents
but
to kids. And it's usually kids that get all the presents too. You know what I mean? It's like
give them gold.
when do you come under the Christmas tree and mom's like, oh my God, you didn't have to. Like, man, it was like, Ma, you put out the Christmas tree or good, like, you know what I mean? Like, we come up there, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's beautiful. You know, the kids have made you, like, you know, the things really, like, thank you, put on the wall. You know, like, he's what I mean? Like, I remember my little sister, she used to come and, you know, give me that, like, the things that they make in kindergarten, you know what I mean? I'm like, that's beautiful. She used to have all these things.
That's
so it was
cute.
like all these
but it gets so
things.
crowded.
And then, it
becomes so annoying.
Exactly. So then that's where now he's like, you know, it's like, where do all these presents go? You know, you're not a hoarder. You know, so you can only have, I guess, you know what I mean? If you got a big folder to put, you know.
Yeah, good thing they have like portfolio at school now. At the end of the year, they just put them together and give it to things. So whatever comes home with them, just dispose of it. It depends what it is.
That's
sometimes
wild.
You can keep them. Sometimes no, it's too much.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And
that's
then,
life.
And then work too, mixed with all that. And then you work
is mixed up with everything. Yeah,
TikTok.
It's just a matter of like, there's not like me time or anything, because I feel like
I noticed.
when I'm just sitting there, like I feel like the time that I get, I gotta do something. You know.
What is me time in your time?
Me time is when I'm about to go to sleep. I get so excited when it comes to bedtime. And you're like,
None of that. You're kidding. Yeah.
When they're fighting in their rooms, I'm like, kids, I've done my part for the day. You know, I'm out.
So how often do you get me time? Like, how often do you get me time, like, daily?
Now that they're grown, it's actually so much easier, you know, because you don't have to, like, all you got to do is just, like, put the food on the table. And, you know, they
know who's washing, they know who's putting away.
Yeah, all of that, you know, like, with them growing up now too, it's like you put a food on the table, they grab their own plate and start serving themselves, you know, because at the end of the day, you don't want to like.
I want all my white audience to know this. How old are they again?
9, 8,
so you got
and
9 and 8 years old, right? You know, cleaning the table
and 6,
doing all the chores work. You know what I mean? Putting all that, going like, you know. I'm like, this is how, you know what I mean, all kids should be raised. You know, when there's
But
There's no
everything-
kid. Stop giving kids too much rights and giving them time out for 5 minutes. That shit don't work. Like people need to stop that
Yeah.
5 minute time out. No. You know what I mean?
It's not like every day though, because you don't want to put them like
No,
they're
it's,
working
no,
too
you don't.
hard.
None of it. No,
There's
of course.
days-
You know,
there's
and then
days
you
for it,
reward.
yeah, you know.
But everybody like the only way, you know what I mean, like they got their kids to do work. It's like I'll reward you $5 or money. It's like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like, and this is how kids know that everything they do is for about money.
For money, yeah,
You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of like one of my white friends I grew up with. Everything's about money.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Without even them noticing.
Oh, that's
Everything
tight.
whatever do, they grew up. It's like, okay, I'll do this. I gotta get paid for it. I'll do this. I mean, you do a favor. I gotta get paid for it.
I mean, it's
like,
a
you
good
know what I mean? So used to
mindset.
it. But he's just
It's a good
used to it.
mindset when it comes to business, but one of them might end up
Business,
growing
yeah.
up as a business person, you know. But,
You're a businessman, you know what I
but
mean? It's
then
the best.
again, you know, like it's very challenging when it comes to kids, you know, because you don't want to like, yeah, do this and I'll give you money, do this. No, there's a time that you surprise them.
It's like
you know?
it's like gonna be rewarded for everything they do. Where it's like,
Yeah, you know, like you make that mess. Why you want to get paid to clean it?
why you gotta get paid to mow my back lawn that I pay rent here every single week? And all you do is eat, shit, sleep, and go to school. Like I'm just saying, like you know what I mean?
Hey, what kids of now will tell you, did I tell you to bone me?
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm telling you to go back.
Take it back anytime.
Like, you know what I mean? I can take you out a little bit.
Oh man,
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's too challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. 3 kids.
Well, we're getting
married,
there.
man. But I gotta tell you,
3
man.
kids.
And look at you.
It just happened.
I mean, I look at that too. Like,
Look at me how.
look trying to advertise and shit. You know what I mean? But damn, look at how fine shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm trying to make y'all comfortable. But nah.
Drink your water,
Shut up.
please. You might as well change it to water. Your thirsty self.
She will let me be. You know what I mean? I'm forgiven. I'm forgiven. Don't worry. But that's wild, man. You know, one thing is like, I still like respect how it's just from all the shit that you've been through, from all, you know what I mean? Like, cause I can't even freaking imagine. You know what I mean? No man can imagine. You know what I mean? Like, as a woman, you know what the hell that you've been through, and how you've overcome in the way that you still like, you know, for a black woman too here, and still holding yourself.
Yeah.
Like
It's challenging, you know.
yeah.
It's challenging. Like I say, if everybody knew how their future looks like, a lot of people will be stuck where they are today, you know. They'll be like, nah, I ain't going out tomorrow because this and this is gonna happen. You know,
I get
you
what you
live in fear.
Oh, if you
You
had a
live in
vision of like
fear.
your future.
Yeah,
Okay.
you live in fear, you know. So you gotta have to like be surprised of what tomorrow's got, you know. And that's what happened with my lifestyle. I didn't even know all of this was gonna happen. Otherwise, I would get stuck in one spot. You know, so it was all like a surprise. And in the end of the day, with our parents telling us like, yeah, you know, you can't hang out with this person because they're this and this and this, you know. But we've never experienced that lifestyle before, so we still won't listen. That's why kids don't listen when you tell them don't hang out with this person, because they have not experienced that part of life yet until they come into it, you know, and experience it. But as a parent, you're not supposed to say, I told you so.
You just
That
watch.
part, it kills you, you know. You're supposed to be there and support them and tell them this is part of life. It happens, you know. But with our parents, they will force it into your face. We told you so, this and this. How are we supposed to know when we never faced it before? You know, this is a part of learning and
That's right.
and becoming who we are today. You know, and that's why I appreciate everything that happened, regardless of how bad and bumpy the road was. I still appreciate, you know, who I am today. Otherwise, I wouldn't be who I am today. I'll still be going through a rough time right now if I didn't go through it last time. You know?
True that.
Yeah. So everything happened for a reason.
It's like now you know what you don't want.
Yeah.
You don't want the bullshit. You don't want.
No bullshit.
Yeah.
No nothing at all.
But you're still open for, you know, experiences in like life and the beauty and what's to come with it and shit.
Yeah, because every day people learn about everything. Like I tell my kids every day, like, you guys would think you would know everything. But me, as old as I am, I'm still learning about life every day. You know, but I'm just trying to teach you guys until you guys grow up and start looking after yourself. Then yeah, you'll continue from there. At the moment, you guys don't know everything.
Don't know nothing right now.
You
You think you know anything? Yeah.
Just because you get A's and B's at school, that's not everything. There's the next grade is gonna be different.
That's wild.
Yeah. So yeah, life happened anyways.
That's like the next chapter of. So what is the next chapter of Mary?
The next chapter of Mary is unknown. It's very unpredictable because I'm that person full of surprises. Everything. I like to try things every single time. Whatever I see is new, I like to give it a shot because you don't know how it's gonna go. Because you've never tried it before. So why not put your foot in and see how you go?
that talk is like the talk of like an experienced person. Who's been through so much bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To like, literally, it's like you went through every single step of the way. Where it's just like,
yeah.
Now it's just, hey, what comes.
Yeah, whatever comes. Yeah, just go with it.
Because everybody's scared of what comes.
I know, but how, like...
Would you swim with the
just
sharks?
Stick to one thing all the time.
Would you swim with the sharks?
Maybe. Yeah, we'll see anyways. If it's safe around.
I believe you're a person.
If it's safe around.
Yo, I believe you're a person like, all right, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, if it's safe around, no problem.
What do you mean to say? That's
Hey, if there's...
It's supposed to be safe.
Yeah, it has to be safe.
Well, 99.9%. They never say 100.
But if your life is written, you're going to be eaten by sharks.
That's exactly.
Then yeah, you'll be eaten.
They don't say that. It was not written. It was not written in the books.
The future now, you're scared.
It was not written in the books. Like,
don't look into the future. You live in fear.
You see. Now I'm looking at the future like I was like in the deep blue sea. Now I'm looking at the future like I'm in the jungle. Like, you know the last wave by the sand. You know the one that comes to the sand?
Yeah.
That's where I'll be at. It was in there. Not anymore. You know what I mean? We stepping back to
So Friday hits your ass, Mr. Postman.
Hit your ass. Wow. Kobe, back it up.
Kobe wants a pat.
That's wild.
Yeah. Well, life is interesting. It's very lovely.
It is. You know what I say? It's interestingly cruel.
I'm very, very interesting.
You are.
Yeah. People gotta understand. People come and go anyway. So if the environment is not good for you, you just have to step out and find something else.
I think it's like you've took the time to like understand people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you understand, like emotions, the feelings, how to like, before anything, how people would react and things like that.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people don't think about people. A lot of people don't give a fuck about people. Everybody just step in like it's about me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I feel like, you've mastered that where, like you can actually like enjoy life now where it's like, find a way you stay.
Yeah.
I can calm at ease.
But you enjoy life and cautious at the same time.
Yeah.
That's why I appreciate having kids as well, because it has took me out of that lifestyle where I get to like put somebody else first than myself. Whatever you do, like, yeah, I got to do this for my kids. Do it for somebody. Because before I had kids, I would have like a lot of contacts on my phone and making sure like pretty much every week I call every single person and checking up on them all the time,
How hard is that?
I did not see the hardness because I was just doing it because, it's just me, I did not see it as hard, but I don't know how other people felt on the other side.
When you're checking up on them.
Yeah, when I'm checking up on them on how they feel, because I thought they were my friends and all this stuff, so whatever happens on the other side, I don't know about it, But for God to change that way, I had to be pregnant, So after being pregnant, everybody just like, and that's the part that my eyes were open. Nobody will check up on me, this and this. And that's the part that I realized, hold up, I was doing all this part by myself. I had a lot of burden on my shoulders without me knowing.
So it's always been you doing that.
yeah, so it got to a point I'm just like, it all makes sense now. Like, I was just like stressing over nothing. Like, these people don't even care about me. And this, that's why after having kids and stuff, I do everything on my own. I do everything by myself. And when I want to meet up with people, I go meet up with them on the other side instead of like getting ready with them, this and this. I just, when I feel like going out, I just go out and meet people there.
You just do you. It's like,
Yeah.
it's not like I'm gonna call you and be like, okay, let's go do this.
Yeah, let's go
it's like,
do
I'm
this.
pull up. I see you.
Yeah, you know, because most of the time, like, you rely on friends. And then when you end up, like, finding out what they're doing behind your back, it hurts you the most, you know, because you put so much trust in them. You love them, this and this, and you never expected them to do that to you. But you don't know exactly how they feel about you. You know, God is your only witness in this kind of things. So for him to get you out of that situation, he's going to have to do the hardest thing in your life. He'll give you red flags. He'll give you like signs, this, but if you don't see it, it's like, that's it. I got to have to do it the hard way, you know? So something hard will happen to you, you know, for you to be like, oh, damn, I see it now. After what?
It's that's messed up. It is. It's like a lot of like, like shit. It's like, you know, we end up being blinded by, you know, after we're like, what the fuck.
Well, we don't see it. Like I said, like, you've never experienced it before, so it will just happen. Yeah, it will hit you hard. But that's the part of how your life is written anyway. So just have to go with it.
Do you believe like relationship, like really, like a lot of people see the relationship of like, all the relationship effects from like how they grew up and seeing things to, you know what I mean, to what, you know, really reflects the way people are in their relationship. You know what I
Really.
mean? Like from like growing up as kids, you know what I mean? Like, cause you know, I see a lot of women talk about like, you know what I mean? Like they have this, like what they see in their household. That's, you know what I mean? That's what they want to be. And shit, you know what I mean? Like, oh, my dad treated my mom like this. So, you know what I mean? Like, I want this from a man. And this is how I should be treated and, you know, and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, what I was saying is like, do you think like, you know, a lot of the way that we grew up, you know what I mean, is the way that we're trying to like reflect our life on, in a way?
Pretty much.
Without knowing it.
I think so. Most of the time, yeah. But you know, Sudanese household, you never have that love, affection or something. You've never seen the parents all cuddly and shit.
You know what's crazy? That's
so how you expect you to be loved and
that's something deep that you just
they're always hiding it. The next minute someone is pregnant. Your mom is pregnant or something.
Alright, first of all, I don't even know. Like, okay, that's wild. But hey, I hope the camera did not stop you. I'm gonna put this shit to like freaking the lights flash. How long is that light be flashing?
I don't know.
Well, hold on. Let me check on this guy.
Is that meaning stop?